Good morning. Again, after I'd referred in the last video to lifting up my eyes unto the hills, Phil said, does all this new research that's happened in your lifetime, discovery of all these millions and millions of galaxies and the infinite reaches of space that are producing new incredible statistics every day, has that stretched you yet further? And I thought a bit about this, and I hope this isn't going to shock you. If I say not really, I seem to have an extraordinary blind spot in me towards these latest wonders of the human mind. It doesn't really sort of mean very much. I suppose because since the age of 26, when I first learned to meditate, I've been exploring the, may I say, even greater infinitude of spirit. And the infinite beyond of spirit passes all measure and description, and really any indication of human measure only indicates to me, well, beyond and beyond, beyond and beyond. I suppose that's my answer, really, that any aspect of human discovery, to me always seems almost minuscule, almost insignificant compared to the greatness of what's beyond. And in meditation, thank God, one's given an absolutely practical, real life experience of this, beyond question, beyond doubt. In which description and or statistics really sound almost childish, however great they are. I suppose it was much the same as a farmer, because I started farming really at a time when science was beginning to make discoveries about soil chemistry, which produced, of course, artificial fertilizers, and the biology of insects, which produced pesticides and things, and all the vast army of scientific aids which are now used to increase production. And again, I remember I could never really take them that seriously, because I suppose with my own limited experience, and even more so my heart, I seem to sort of reach into the unfathomable wonder of soil and what makes plants grow, the secrets of fertility, and again all this human pride, really. The latest human developments again seemed really so sort of childish oversimplifications of it. I never had much difficulty in rejecting these things because they never seemed to me sufficiently real, I suppose. That's about it. And strangely enough, there was a third example I can give you, because the other day I received a letter from a woman friend of mine in the United States, the same age, who asked me all questions about what I thought of the sort of New Age sexisms, all these various categories of sexual orientation we have these days, and political angles on this and that. And again, I really didn't know how to answer her letter, because I think these things don't really, I suppose, register very much in my mind. I don't feel any need to divide humanity up in this way. I suppose I see it more as a whole, and I can love it one moment and be infuriated by it by the next. Well, I used to be infuriated by it. No, I'm not now. I just accept it, and yes, I've had to, because I was brought up in the age when these things didn't exist, and all these sort of different categories of sexuality. It came to me. I never heard of any of this when I was a young man. It just has happened in the last few years, really, and so I suppose not surprisingly, I sort of rather smile at it all. I'm sure it's very important to those for whom it's important, but it's never been a matter of great concern to me. And God bless those for whom it is. I make no judgment, but I seem to have gone through life without that particular sort of complexion, without that particular complexity, rather, in my mind. I suppose all these things I keep in the context of this everlasting presence now. And that seems so much the priority, the reality of realities, in which all these lesser realities have their place, but perhaps at this time of life I feel my real direction and purpose is holding to what to me seems to be first. Like in this coronavirus thing, the whole world is going through different sorts of reactions to it, and my reaction is just to contain it within this eternal peace in which all will be well. That's the thing, all will be well. There's a well-known medieval mystic called Julian of Norwich, and she did a bit of writing and left these words: all manner of things shall be well. And to that I too say Amen. God bless you, dears. All will be well, that's for sure. Until tomorrow.